Hello?
Yes. Hi, you're on with Dr. Paul.
Oh, hi, Dr. Paul. I'm just calling in based on an email I sent in a few days ago.
Okay.
This email is about one of my instructors at my school. I'm a university student.
I have it right in front of me.
Oh, you have it right in front of you?
Right. I unfortunately used your name because the producer said your name, and therefore we did say it. So I apologize for that.
Okay.
Oh, we were off the air. Okay, good. All right. Yes, I have it in front of me. And in fact, I was going to go to that very next one.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm sitting listening to your answer, your response.
All right. Would you like to comment on it before I read it?
Well, actually, I think I put everything in there. If you have any other questions, I'm willing to answer them. And I didn't mention, like, at the very end, this is actually a Chinese man, so I don't know if it would be different.
Excuse me, I didn't get that part.
This man that I'm talking about
Yes.
is actually, like, a Chinese man.
Yes?
So it's a very, like, different area. So I'm curious on if you know anything about, like, their culture.
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I spend a good deal of time in the Southeast Asian area. I'm a consultant for the company that sponsors this show, The New You, and I've been there a number of times, and yes, I am familiar with the culture, and
Okay.
I'm glad you brought that up because there will be a different cultural response to what you're saying, all right?
Okay.
So let me go through this, and by the way, keep in mind that in the Asian culture, the most important belief they have is that the loss of face is very, very critical. Okay?
The loss of faith?
Right. In other words, they don't want to have this element of embarrassment to themselves. So by losing face, it's something that is critically important. Are you familiar with that term?
You know what? I've heard it before, but I've never actually kept it in my pocket to actually know.
All right. Are you watching? Are you on the internet right now watching us?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Loss of face happens to, for example, if two Asian countries get into a conflict, they recognize this within each other, and they each allow the other to have some win. Okay? So it's not a win-lose. It's kind of win, almost win. Are you with me on that?
Yes.
Because they may later have to negotiate with these people, and if you, in this case, negotiated in bad faith, I'm trying to give an example that might work for you. If you have to later negotiate with them and you did not allow the other person to save face, all right, then that will be a tough negotiation to make in the future. The same thing in business with them. Oftentimes, the Japanese, for example, would like to have a tie in a game because the game is the important thing, how they played. It's not a win-lose thing. Now, that's kind of where it is. So I'm going to read this letter now. It's right in front of me. And if you do you want to stay on hold while I go through it?
Sure, yes.
All right, good. All right, I'm going to go through it and make my comments. All right, here we go. Hello, Dr. Paul. I'm a little nervous to ask this question because it's an important one. I do not know what to expect as an answer, but I will be brave and ask with a leap of faith. I'm currently a university student. One of my lecturers from last year is a lecturer this year. I rarely attended his classes because it was boring and the textbook was all I needed. However, the few times I did attend, he would always make eye contact with me as he would do his lecture. This year, for the first day of class, he not only remembered my name. All right, that is a very strong compliment, especially from someone with that background, that culture, but continued to stare at me during his lectures. All right, that means he's communicating with you. He may not state something, but he's communicating with you, and that's how I read it. In every class I've had with him this year, he always holds heavy eye contact with me, and I cannot help but notice. I notice that his body language is always toward me. Very good. Very excellent observation. Wherever I choose to sit, he naturally walks near me and pauses as he lectures, while he looks at me and looks away. Yes, he's communicating with you. Once in his office, he has made subtle comments that hint some interest, such as some faces you don't forget. Good. I didn't realize that was here, but that's also communicating something from his culture. When I inquired about last year's course and asked how he could remember me, I was only present no more than 4 classes last year. He was always making exceptions for me and is always more than willing to help. Okay, you see what he's saying? You may have been only there 4 times. He did remember you, but that's all right because you benefited from the course. So he's making an exception. He's allowing you to save face. Maybe we've got a better idea of what saving face is about there. The thing is, I am very shy. Well, I'm going to comment on that in a moment. I have many different guys approach me, but I'm usually not interested and come across confident and conservative. But with this lecture, I'm very interested, which is why I hold this eye contact with him. I haven't responded to his comment with interesting comments of my own, but instead said nothing. You remember Shakespeare? Faint heart, never won fair lady. Okay? It's getting to the end of the year, and I want to get to know him better, ask him for coffee or out some gallery or something. Good idea. Oh, why did you wait so long? Dr. Tuff?
Well, because...
I'm going to ask for your comment after. I'm going to topically hit this, and then we're Dr. Tufflove is not finished with you yet. Okay. All right, hang in there. However, in the last 2 classes, eye contact is lessened, and he still looks at me but looks away sooner. And when I do talk to him, he is polite and attentive, but always seems rushed or very busy. I feel a little rushed talking to him one-on-one, and it makes me nervous. I want to know what's going on in his head. Is he interested? How should I approach him? Or should I approach him at all? By the way, he's short, skinny, intelligent, handsome man. Does it make a difference in his confidence with women? Maybe not. He seems like he's well-educated, and that may not be a factor with him. But there is a factor. I'll mention that in a moment. I'm looking forward to your comments. Many thanks, Dr. Paul. Thank you for the letter. All right, now we're going to go back, okay? I want you to know this, and give me your comment that you were going to make before, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead. My question was, why have you not pursued this earlier?
Well, I'm in his class right now, and I didn't want him to think that I'm just trying to get, higher marks or something.
Wow. Oh, my. That's... All right, I understand it happened. I taught on the college level at one point. You're saying here that I'm very shy, and the time for shyness is over. What I would like you to do, and I know this is going to take some... Well, let's say it's going to take some assertiveness. I'm going to be nice. You take this letter to him, and I'd like to have coffee with you. I have a letter, and fold it up. He can't see it. The anticipation of the unknown. Are you with me on this?
Okay, so I write a letter. I would like to have coffee with you and fold it up.
No. This letter. This email.
This
email.
That I sent to
right,
you.
This one, right. And you fold it. I have something in this email, and you fold it up. He can't see it. This is his anticipation of the unknown. I need to share this with you. Now, he's going to be very interested, right?
Okay.
Can you do this?
I'm pondering it but
you will do this. You're capable of doing it. You're an intelligent woman. Obviously, you're a student. You're not there because you can't walk and chew gum at the same time, right?
Right.
Okay. I have a PhD in behavioral psychology, so I know where you're coming from. All right. So you take this and say, I want to take you for a cup of coffee. Just coffee, you and I. Okay? We've chatted with each other. We've had some eye contact. Tell him right up front. Say, use the term respect. I respect the eye contact that we've had. I respect you as an instructor. And this is why I think we need to talk. And so you get him to go for coffee. Not a gallery, although a good idea, maybe second, third date. This time you sit down with coffee and you say, I want to read this to you. This is to Dr. Paul. And then ask him how he feels about it. Kind of go through it like I did, only instead of reading the whole thing through, just kind of ask him how he feels about it as he goes. I wanted you to know how I feel about you. Wow. This man is going to do one of 2 things. He's either going to respond, which I expect he will, because what I'm reading here is that he has tried to get the contact, and you didn't respond to him as quickly as maybe it would have been advisable to do. Are you with me on that?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Do you agree with what I'm saying?
I agree, yeah.
Are you going to do it?
Yes, I am. But the thing is, I'm, of course, afraid of rejection.
Oh, my.
So,
Can you go on hold? We've got a break coming up. Would you mind holding?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, very good. We're going to break right now. This is Dr. Paul. We'll be back right after these messages.
Have a question for Dr. Tough Love? Call him live in the Tampa Bay area, 727-441-3000. Or you can call him toll-free at 886-826-1340. You can also send him an email at doc@askdrpaul.com. The Dr. Paul Show will be right back after these messages.
And now, back to the Dr. Paul Show.
All right, we're back with our caller. Caller, are you with us?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Now, you asked me a question before we went to break. Would you like to say that again?
What about rejection? How do I know that he won't reject me?
Wow. What if he did? How would you feel about it?
I guess I would walk away and just be okay with it, like accept it.
Really? So you feel
I
that
have
you
no choice. So
you can run, but you can't hide, right?
Right.
You said you're going to walk away. If someone gives you upfront rejection, make certain that it's rejection, all right? Because sometimes we misinterpret and ask them specifically, are you saying that this is something that you don't want to pursue? And then see what they say, because that may not be what they're saying at all. Maybe what you said here is that you are shy. You may be responding to someone who is also shy. And you said a couple things. He's from a different culture, and he also he's smaller stature, and he may, and you said it yourself, he may have some issue with that, but he is well educated, so that may compensate, for that. So when you talk to him, and if you feel rejection, then ask him, say, are you saying that you don't want to pursue this? And then see what he says. He may say, well, no, that's not really what I mean. Because sometimes we hear things, and if we tend to be already shy, as you've indicated you are, we project into others and say, well, I'm going to be rejected. So you have a fear of rejection, right?
Right.
But apparently you do it rather well, because you said in here that guys hit on you, but you usually don't respond, right?
Right.
Good for you, because that means you're selective. I like that. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, good. I think you sound as if you have a good sense of humor. It sounds like obviously you're intelligent. My recommendation to you is, if you really want to do this, do you ever hear my expression that says, don't have them throwing dirt in your face? That means they're burying you, and you having to say, I wish I had done this and I wish I had done that. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
Because too many people, graduate from college at 24 and they die, and then they bury them at 84, okay? And they didn't really live their lives, but you're going to live your life, because you're going to take this email, you're going to fold it up, and you're going to, I'm not playing a little game, but you're going to make him interested. I have a letter here that I want to share with you. And let's go have coffee and share it. See, it's not just that you're going to go have coffee for no reason. You have a reason for going to coffee with him. Now, do you feel better about asking him?
Yes. Since he's intelligent, do you think he would be like, oh, well, this is just a game?
No, I don't. I think I would say that, except for the fact that he's already indicated to you that he has an interest.
Okay.
Are you with me on that?
Yes.
Okay, do you agree?
I agree.
All right.
But since it's near the end of the semester, like there's 2 more weeks left of school.
Then move on it. Okay, it's already late in the day.
And you don't think his interest would have dwindled away, moved somewhere else?
I'm not going to use your name, but if I were going to do that, I would do that, and I would say, you are speaking with someone who has been doing this for almost 20 years, and I've had thousands of responses, and literally thousands of people who've come to me and say, hey, I'm really glad I did what you suggested. And I'll be very candid with you. I've had people that said, hey, it didn't work. You know what? It may not. But I can guarantee you that it won't work if you don't do something.
Okay.
You're from Canada, so it's just like ice hockey that I happen to enjoy very much. Played when I was a kid. You can't make a goal if you don't hit that puck into the net, right?
Right.
I mean, you can skate all around it, and I used to coach it, and I'd tell the kids, I'd say, hey, you can pass it back and forth, but the focus of the game is to get that puck into the net, right?
Right.
And that's where you're going to go with this. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah.
Would you do
tomorrow? He's in school.
Mm-hmm.
But I have class with him on Thursday.
Now Thursday is not April Fool's, is it? I'm only kidding you. No, it isn't. I'm only kidding with you. Would you have any objection? Now, please tell me if you would or not have any objection to this being on Facebook. I mean, use YouTube.
No, I have no objection for it being on YouTube.
Okay, good. So I'm thinking my producer said he liked it when he came in, and it's very informative. We like this. This is a very good letter. I think it's well stated, and I think your point's well taken. You followed up. If you'd like to follow up later, please do so. If you want to call up and say, Dr. Paul, you're a schmo, that's perfectly all right. I can accept that, too, because, I know better. So there you have it. I appreciate your call, and I appreciate your letter. Thank you for contacting us. All right. That was a very good informative situation there, and we'll find out if that worked. I certainly hope it does, and I feel that nothing ventured, nothing gained. We'll be right back after these messages.